We're going over how to adapt to a new soccer team. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips that helps make the transition a little bit easier. What's up guys, it's Dave here from SimplySoccer, where we help you to improve your game and stand out on the pitch, and we release videos every single week designed to help you do just that. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos that we do. Now in this video, we're going to be going over how to transition better into a new team. If you're just joining a new club team, you're moving up levels or something like that, and you can use these tips to just make it easier on yourself and thrive more in this new team. Number one is to be a team player. And this should go without saying, but if you come into a new team and you are a completely selfish player who's ball hogging, trying to take all the glory, or is playing for himself or herself, then you're not going to really come across that well to your new coach or your new teammates. You want to show that you are someone who's willing to be a team player, not just on the field, but off the field as well. Now, I'm not telling you to compromise your game or anything like that, but think of ways how you can get more involved with the team. Think of ways how you can maybe interact with your teammates outside of just the team as well. But also when you're on the pitch, don't be too much of a selfish player, especially if it's not a part of your game, because the last thing you want to do is show and prove to your new teammates that you're not really playing for the team and you're just playing for yourself. Next tip is, now that you've joined a new team, take this opportunity to learn as much as you can from your teammates and coaches. One of the things I see a lot of players not doing is taking as much away from the situation as they possibly can. You know, I hear a lot of players who complain about the players that are on their team, their coaches, or something like that. But instead of looking at it from that negative angle, try and look at it from a different angle and see, what can I learn from these new players? What can I learn from this coach? And when you take off these complaining goggles or whatever it is that's causing you to complain so much, you'll see that the coach probably has a lot to offer you and this team has a lot to offer you as well. So pick out some of the best players and see what you can learn about their games that will apply to yours. You know, pick the brain of your coach and ask him what he thinks that you need to improve on and improve on those things. You know, especially coming into a new team, you're going to be able to get a new perspective or different perspective on what you need to work on and what you can improve at. And you'll also get to see new players around you and see what they do and learn from them as well. If you come into a new team with the intention to learn as much as you possibly can to make you a better player, it's going to be an overall good experience no matter what happens most times. Next one is be confident. Now that is much easier said than done, I do realize. But the more confident you are with your teammates and the more confidence you have in your teammates and in your own ability to function within this new team and your own confidence in your place in this own team, you know, the quicker the transition is going to be. Because if you're nervous and you're not sure about your teammates and their ability or your ability to function within this team, it's just going to take a lot longer for you to settle in. The more confident you can become, the more confident you can be on this new team, the faster you're going to be able to settle into this team, if that makes sense. Again, if you're already not that confident a player, just work on building that confidence for yourself. But if you are already a confident player, you know, just go in there with confidence. Don't be nervous. Play your game. Have confidence in your new teammates. And you know, the sooner you can do that, the quicker you will be comfortable on this new team. Next is show what you can do. You know, the last thing you want to do is come into the new team and try and be a player that you're not. Now, sometimes joining a new team, you may be asked to play a new position or play a new role, but you don't want to completely do a 180 of your game. Now, earlier I said be a team player, and I do mean that. I think in general most players should be. But if, for example, taking people one-on-one is a big part of your game, I'm not telling you to stop doing that. You know, if you like to shoot a lot and that's a big part, a strong part of your game because you have great shooting ability, you know, keep doing that. Don't try and, you know, reinvent yourself completely on a new team, because you already have a certain skill set and you should be playing to your strengths. You know, it said that players will play to their strengths so they don't expose their weaknesses. Now, you should definitely still be working on your weaknesses, but still play to your strengths. Don't be afraid to play your own game. And again, when it comes to confidence, you're going to be much more confident playing your own game than trying to be a player you're ultimately not. So when you're joining this new team, don't think you need to fit into this little box of how you need to play. Now, if the coach is telling you, I want you to do this, this, and this, and it's a very disciplined kind of formation or something, then of course do those things. But when it comes to your game in general, play your own game, play as you've always played. Again, always be trying to improve your game. But if you're someone who likes to take on players, don't stop doing that. If you're someone who plays a simple passing game, now's the time not to stop, now is not the time to stop doing that. Lastly is get to know your teammates, have fun in practice, and just enjoy yourself. I think, again, one of the biggest reasons players struggle to transition from a new team into a new team is because they don't know the players, they get nervous, they're lacking that confidence coming into that new team. And just, relax, have fun with it. Definitely try and, show them what you can do, but have fun, make friends with your teammates, get along with them. Go to functions, maybe if you're playing on like a youth team or a travel team, go to functions that the team does outside of just the training. Integrate yourself into the team as quickly as you can, and it's just gonna be a much smoother transition. And again, like I said, ultimately have fun. The more fun you're gonna have on this team, the better it's gonna be for you. And I'm really, again, although I love to talk about like the seriousness of the game and talk about, you should be taking your training serious, you need to focus and all this, ultimately we play this game because we enjoy it and because it's really fun. So make sure you're having fun. All right, guys, so those are just a few tips you can use to help you transition onto a new team. Again, you really don't need to be super serious about this. I find that the more tense you are and the more worked up you are about getting on that new team, the more nervous you're gonna be. So just relax, go into this new team, just as yourself. Play your game, be a team player. Don't try and impress or overly impress anyone. Just go in, have fun, learn new things, get to know your teammates and all that. All right, guys, let me know down in the comments below, what else do you think helps the transition from one team to another? Have there been things that you've done when you've gone to a new team that have helped you to settle in and start playing well on that team? If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Also, guys, we will be making another video on how to transition from a bad team to a good team, or not bad team, but from one team that's at one level to a higher level. I will be making a video on that because the process is a little bit different. But in general, stick with these tips when transferring or transitioning onto a new team. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button and share this video if you enjoyed it. Now, if you're new to Simply Soccer, please consider hitting that subscribe button as we release videos every single week designed to help you improve as a player. Now, as always, I will have 2 videos come across the screen so you can continue to learn and grow as a footballer. And until the next video, guys, I will see you later.